What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we're taking a quick look at Bitcoin. We did have a pretty aggressive drop today. We're going to take a look at the major levels. Why did we have the drop? Why are we bouncing from this range? Is this sustainable? Are we going to continue to the downside? Something that we are going to discuss. We're also taking a look at the DXY absolutely exploding, guys. I think that this is very much what I was expecting because we're having massive bearish divergence on the RSI, and I think this is not going to be a successful breakout, just like what we saw right over here, breaking these highs, and also now we're breaking these highs. I think that the price of the DXY is going to get exhausted, and of course we are going to have that big massive correction in the next coming weeks, and I want to explain this. We're also taking a look at the S&P 500, still very much valid, this godly bearish pattern, okay, where I do think that we have at least in between 1 and 3 weeks. I'm going to show you with Fibonacci time, there's plenty of time, and we could even go lower here to the 0.88, which would be around about the 3,650 points approximately. I'm going to show you why that we do have time for the S&P 500 to have this run up, the DXY to drop potentially, and have a big correction in the coming weeks that is going to make Bitcoin have an explosive move to the upside also in the coming weeks. Going to explain this in today's episode, guys. Make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily take on Bitcoin crypto. I also do live streams to connect with the community. Let's dive in, guys. I am not a financial advisor, so do not buy or sell anything that I say. If you do so, do your own research. Let's dive in here, guys, because we did have some pretty nice pumpy action yesterday. I did close all of my trades, all right, while we were having this correction. I did manage to enter a quick short position that I've also closed all of my position because we are hitting a major zone here on Bitcoin, okay? I'll explain why. You know, we were hitting major resistance here on Bitcoin also here, just around about that $20,300 range, okay? Having that exhaustion, as you can see on the 2 hourly, having that volatility consolidation. Also, we had massive big wall on the VPVR, as you can see. The biggest spike here is around this level. As you can see, we're just hitting that major resistance and having that correction. Also, if we take a look at the highest point, okay, from this trading range over here to the low levels, we were hitting round about the 50% Fibonacci retracement. And of course, if we take from this high spike over here, we were hitting perfectly the 0.78, as you can see. So in between the 50% from this drop and this drop over here, major big figure levels also with the volume profile having that pretty decent correction. Now, reason why also we were getting this bounce over here, as you can see on the VPVR from the last trading volume, the last 20-30 days, we can see, you know, the value area high level. This is currently where we have a daily level that has been very much respected as resistance here in the past, as you can see, getting that beautiful bounce. Okay, we got daily level, nice VPVR levels, and if we take a look at Fibonacci retracement from these lowest levels over here to the high, you're actually hitting that Fibonacci 618. Okay, looking for that nice little bounce. Okay, pretty nice scalp that could have been taken today. I did not take this scalp, of course. I only managed to short, okay, after closing this position, this range over here, and now I'm in no position, all right, till tomorrow or even after tomorrow, or depending on what we do in the next coming days. But okay, I want to talk about the mid-term, okay, not in the immediate short term, mid-term. What is going on? Okay, here we know that interest rates, yes, it's going to go up. Some are saying that it's going to go up 1%, all right, the next hike, and this is going to be really bad for the market. Bitcoin is going to go to $10,000. You know, I think, you know, it is possible that we go down there, but it's not going to happen just yet. So why is it not going to happen just yet? Well, you know, medium term, I think that we're going to have, you know, a pretty nice run up at some point. You know, market doesn't go down in a straight line. Market doesn't go up in a straight line. So, you know, I am looking for bigger relief rallies. I do think that, you know, this $18,000-$19,000 range can be defended. All right, I might be totally wrong, but this is a prediction that I want to make. Not for trading, okay? If the market goes down or up, I won't be losing money because, you know, as a trader, I have good risk management and I want to take advantage up or down. Of course, my portfolio will be down if Bitcoin goes to $10,000, but that is a long run, okay? I do not live out of my portfolio, so it doesn't really matter. So just going here quickly to the DXY. DXY is absolutely exploding. We've had a massive pump on the DXY just today of over 1.6% here, which is huge for the DXY. It's currently at the 106.6 levels at this moment. But I do think, like I said, you know, the parabolic run is getting kind of exhausted, even though we're going crazy to the upside. But we are creating these massive bearish divergence on the daily RSI, which is pretty strong. We are creating lower highs, where I do think, you know, this is getting exhausted, and higher highs on the price action of the DXY. As you can see here, at some point we are going to have that steep correction. In my personal opinion, this is not going to have more steam to the upside. We're going sideways, slightly to the downside. This is only my personal opinion. You know, I know that dollar is the world reserve currency still, and it's still going to be the world reserve currency for the next, you know, at least 5 to 10 years. And you know, this can continue to the upside, but there will be a moment that we are going to have a big massive retracement, and this will be good for Bitcoin in the mid long run. Of course, taking a look at the S&P 500, we did have a very sharp correction today, pretty nice correction to the downside. I just want to explain you how, you know, this back pattern over here, we can see, you know, Fibonacci time. Fibonacci is extremely important. This back pattern played out pretty nicely. I was looking for slightly higher levels, but sometimes you can reach this level, go slightly above, slightly below, and consolidate, and then have that correction. You know, I just want to show you here from this bat harmonic pattern, Fibonacci time is extremely important. Okay, if we go from X to B, all right, the middle of the pattern, you want a one-to-one extension, okay, from this, you know, from this back pattern, and you know, it was absolutely to perfection. Basically, if you take the highest point from this back pattern over here, go to the B point halfway through, you want a one-to-one extension, and as you can see here on Fibonacci time, you are hitting that one-to-one extension. Okay, Fibonacci extension. So this is what we want to see if we can, you know, have this Gartley back pattern playing out. All right, so we are looking for higher levels in the next week or two on this Gartley, on the S&P 500. And I'm going to explain, you know, this major consolidation, you would take the highest point from this level, but you could arguably discuss, you could take the middle point or even this point, right? The start of the drop. You know, a lot of people might think the start of the drop is here. The start of the drop is here. So it's very arguably, you know, discussed that, you know, we don't really know. We do have a pretty large range where to get Fibonacci time if you are, you know, seeing this as a Gartley pattern. You know, you could go from here, from here, from here, all right, because this is, you know, the start of the drop. So if we take a look at Fibonacci time, very important. I want to explain to you how we have got at least in between 1 and 3 weeks to get all the way up here to the 4,100 points to the D point, where we could get a very aggressive resistance. Yesterday we were talking about this major level, all right, being massive confluence for a potential short on the S&P 500, and how these low levels can hold nicely. But I just want to discuss Fibonacci time here with these Gartley patterns. If we get Fibonacci time, you know, arguably discuss, let's go with the longest range from the D point starting from over here, from the X point, sorry, of this bearish Gartley. From this point to the B point here, the middle range, all right, approximately around this area, you know, you can see a one-to-one extension can be till the 25th of July. That's almost 3 weeks from now. Okay, so, you know, there is a lot of time if we were to see a one-to-one extension. You know, and this can even go lower. This could go at least to the 4,650 points, the 0.88, which would be the limit for a potential Gartley. So we could still see that volatility, all right, maybe to the downside on the S&P 500, but I am looking for that run up by the end of July, mid-end of July. Let's go with the other Fibonacci extension if you were to get the X point from the start, all right? Of course, let's take a look at Fibonacci time and just get this out of the way 1 second. All right, and just say we're starting from this actual point on the 8th, 9th of June, okay, the drop right over here. If we take a look at Fibonacci time from X to B, you know, if you want a one-to-one extension, you would have to go here to the 15th of July. So that would be, you know, 10 days from now. Just want to make you, I just want to explain to you that we have in between 10 and 20 days approximately to actually reach to this $4,100 range, where I do think that we could see the price of the S&P, you know, having that nice leg up. Now, of course, if we, you know, I am bullish in the next 10, 20 days on the S&P 500. We could have that, you know, small volatility to the downside, but I am looking for that leg up and this is going to be an insane shorting level, no doubt, especially if we do get that consolidation, especially if we do have that price action similar that we had in between the 31st of May and the 8th of June at this level. This is going to be a massive shorting call, and of course I will be shorting this if we do get up there, guys. Not much to add here on Bitcoin. We could have, this volatility. Stay cautious with trades. I am in no position at this moment. Check out the Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news and technical analysis ideas, and I will see you guys in the next one.